Yo guys, welcome back to the stream. We're going to start a little bit earlier today. So first of all, guys, happy Monday. Welcome back. It's 8:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's December 28th. And GRNQ is finally looking pretty good here. I did not do good trading on GRNQ. I kept on buying the breakouts and then getting shaken out. I did one pullback buy here, and I also got shaken out because I bought way too early. Overall, I'm still in the game today. I almost stopped myself out. I was down like 480 bucks or something like that. Now I'm only down 440 bucks. So this is a quite disaster. On Thursday, we were down 300 and we ended the day up 300. So you can dig yourself out of the hole. Today, I made a really grave mistake. One trade put me deeply in the red, ACY. This was quite the headache for me. I bought a pullback for a continuation of a breakout right here. It actually wasn't even that bad of an entry. The entry overall for a classic pullback is pretty good, but ultimately it ended up being a fake out breakout, not a breakout with a good follow through like I was hoping for. So this ended up costing me quite a bit. I held it here and then I sold on the first retest. Ultimately, this trade could have even ended green at one point, but that's playing with fire. So this trade put me in the red. Luckily, I didn't go full size. I had smaller size on it, so that was the only reason it didn't really stop me out. But this was like an 8% loss. That's a pretty big loss. So that one trade you can see here, I'm down 438 pretty much on that trade. And then ATIF, yeah, there's not too much to talk about with ATIF. This thing had some opportunity, but then it was consolidating and then it sold off. So I tried to trade a quick little pull. This was actually my first trade of the day. I tried to trade a quick pullback here, which actually would have ended up working, but then I got shaken out. So this Monday looks like I'm having a little bit of problems with conviction. So I gotta understand where I'm having issues with today. After a long weekend, Christmas, yada yada. There's a lot going on. So it's nothing unusual to be a little bit maybe not super zoned in on a day like today. So I got to get my wheels back. My max stop for the day, as you guys know, is 10% of my average trading size for the month. So 10% of roughly $5.3 thousand is about $530. So that's where I stop out for the day. So that's where I was getting really nervous, and I think some of my lack of conviction was coming from. So for now, I'm gonna try to look for the clean setups. I'm gonna be trying to take base hits, maybe not go super crazy aggressive on any of these moves, and then hopefully we can work our way out of the red. We got quite a ways to go. Hopefully some of you guys are doing some better trading than me this morning. I heard some good stuff in the chat room earlier. $8:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we got plenty of time here till the market opens at 9:30. Nice little continuation here from GRNQ. I gotta say I'm kind of impressed how this one's wiggling its way up. $3 is big time resistance on this ticker, so this is really the area to break through. If we can break through this, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran all the way to $5. We have some more resistance around 4, but really the key next zone is 5. So if we could break 3 with some solid momentum, this could run pretty well. Nice, Dennis. Yeah, BFT is a beauty. How's the volume and everything? Everything sounding good? All the settings look fine for now. Haven't heard of any complaints yet, so that sounds good. Little I didn't save my watch list. Let me quickly save and refresh it. GRNQ is definitely losing a little bit of momentum right now. Overall, Hong Kong conglomerate company GreenPro Capital Corp, they are announcing that they have a fund, Bitcoin fund. So you guys know how much Bitcoin and crypto has been rallying lately. So this, it's relative how good the catalyst is. It's in a hot kind of space right now. So usually the market tends to react pretty kindly to those things. Nice, Gabriel. Happy to hear that, man. Welcome to the community. Even though, 2 months in, but happy to have you here, man. Thanks, Dennis. Wave calling out ATIF. Yeah, so ATIF, I was trading it pre-market. It looked like it was popping because of a move related to ACY. At least that's what I found. So maybe some of this company is holding ACY. ACY is a USA rental and leasing services company for jets. They had some news about them that they won't be delisting. I don't like the way that ATIF is just kind of a sympathy play in a way on ACY. I don't really see a lot of momentum coming out of ATIF. Does have that nice low float, but this thing sold off so much, so I'm not super optimistic with a ticker like this. Also, sub-dollar is usually not something I'm trading, but yeah, volume fading, a lot of red volume, so I'm not too interested in that one. Yeah, Constantine, I like that comparison. If anyone doesn't know the Tulip bubble, the Tulip Mania, the first recorded bubble, what was that, like 16 something? Tulip Mania. Well, I can't spell right now. Tulip Mania, I spelled both those words wrong. 1637, Tulip Mania. Okay, it's because I'm speaking wrong right now. Yeah, everyone knows the Tulip Mania, or if you guys don't know, actually, when we had that picture of the bull behind us, if you guys remember from a few weeks ago, it was a big picture of a bull. What street is that? Near Broad Street in New York City, but the bull had a tulip in its mouth to represent the Tulip Mania bubble that happened in the Netherlands, specifically Amsterdam, with the new exchange they had over there. Basically, everyone kept on buying tulips. And that was the first bubble. So here you can kind of see what happened here. Obviously, this bubble is a little, goes over many years, 3 years, and then crashed very nicely. So it's a fun comparison. I feel you, Constantine. So yeah, tulips or Bitcoin or any sort of bubble is good if you recognize it's a bubble. You don't even bother day trading it. You just ride it, and then once everyone's talking about it, including your grandma, that's probably a good time to sell, especially if it's still at an all-time high. They just take profits and walk away. Thanks, Mika. Micah. I almost said Mika again. Thanks, Micah, for the 20 bucks. Looks like you hit some sort of goal. Did you hit a daily goal? That's what I want to hear, man. I like it. Appreciate the support, though. Big thanks, man. Brent says moving to Sarasota. I don't know much about Sarasota, actually, so it's hard for me to give advice, but I'm sure some people in here do. I'm actually quite surprised that we were seeing OCGN pop up on the charts again today. Had a decent move. But then, ever since the open at 7, it's been selling off a lot. I don't like trading stocks that are trending down. OCGN was trending to the downside yesterday pre-market as well, and you can kind of see how that went. At the market open, they had a vicious sell-off, but a strong bounce, and then just a lot of continuation to the downside. So, one sec. All right, so 903. Quick little review of the overall markets here. The SPY had that all-time high at 378. Looks like it was a bit of a blow off top, a lot of red volume. Might see a little bit of a pullback from here. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't really try to predict the overall markets, but just know that the overall markets are at all-time highs. And right now, pre-market, they are trying to inch their way up again to new all-time highs, although it's got a bit of a ways to go with that big spike, so I'm not sure if that's something we're going to see today. NASDAQ here at almost 1,300. That's insane. What else we got? SPX, SPY, S&P 500 index. Really getting close to that 3.8. Dow Jones cruising 300, holding this area pretty well. A lot of consolidation here near these all-time highs. Usually consolidation near all-time highs is not really what you want to be seeing, but we'll see what happens. Let me quickly throw up the disclaimer as well so I don't forget. And really GRNQ kind of pulling back really nicely here. Just watching this one, watching. Could have a quick bounce off of VWAP. 7.5. Just watching. It is on the backside on an aggressive ticker, so always want to be extra careful on stuff like that. 7.4, holding pretty well though. I could see easily like 3% upside from here. Former lows. Could be a decent little 3.5% upside to the 9 EMA from here. Let's see if there's any sort of pop. Still struggling. Yeah, we could talk about some of the swing trades. BFT was such a nice popper. I would have loved to just have a full BFT size on our swing portfolio, but I gotta wait a couple more days so I can allocate more funds to our swing trade portfolio. There goes that second dip. Originally, I was thinking something like 6.9 or so could be a good entry, but I would have liked that all to happen at once, not kind of this kind of two-phase dip here. We just went down to 6.9 maybe for a split second. 6.9 crack, and with those sellers there. 6.6. I don't really see this going all the way through just yet, though. I don't know. I don't really have any reason to be biased. I just don't really see it. So I know there's a lot of support in this area, but I'm not buying yet. I probably the reason I'm not buying is mainly because I'm almost stopped out. What's up, Sam? Good to see you too, man. GRNQ 6.5. This is the question. Yeah, so it did hold. I should have maybe stuck to that, but again, for anyone that's tuning in here, I did pretty sloppy pre-market trading, primarily on tickers that aren't even moving anymore, and I pretty much almost stopped myself out and just made a little bit back on GRNQ, but around 500 is my max stop for the day, so I'm just about stopped out here today, which is a little bit of a depressing place to be so early on. Let's see, it just broke that 6.4. This thing's downtrending. Has big support though right on the 5-minute right now. Brent, how come you're moving to Sarasota? What's going on? Maybe I didn't do my pre-market stretches. I don't know what's going on over here. Gotta get down dirty, boys. Where's the final countdown? Maybe she can give us a little bit of a pep talk here. Really finding some decent support here, GRNQ. I was about to buy it right 6.6, 6.7, but I couldn't get myself to do it because I'm already almost stopped out. So I was trying to only look for the best setups, and I felt like this could easily keep selling off. And I wasn't, you know, I didn't want to throw it on this trade. This was a trade I would have probably done if I had a good cushion pre-market. Let's see OCGN. OCGN is a favorite, I think, among several people because of the multi-day run it had. USA Biotech, 156 million flow. It had a lot of news recently. There's a whole article about is it still worth the buy after going up 800%. I don't think really anything is usually worth the buy after going up 800%, at least in the short term. And this thing also pulled back quite hard. They're working on their own coronavirus vaccine. Co-development. I like the partnership. OCGN, I have not been doing that well on, so I'm not really crazy about trading that ticker. Out of that reason alone, sometimes you just go through your stats and you're like, okay, well, OCGN, you know, not a ticker that is my strong house. You can see I'm actually down on OCGN. I've been trading it on the 23rd and on the 24th. You can see we were spinning our wheels on this ticker. You know, sometimes here we're giving back 270, then we make some money, then we lose it again. So it's just been, you know, constant back and forth for me on this ticker. Actually, this is funny. Total winners 7, total losers 7. I've done 15 trades on this one. One was a break-even trade. It's just doesn't seem like my stock. You can see this was the one on Thursday. This was horrible. This was a downtrending stock. See this on Friday, and it was in a pennant pattern. And I was constantly trying to trade breakouts before I realized it was a bit independent flag pattern. That was really critical mistake in hindsight. It was a really, really big mistake. Before, how was I trading this one? Before I was trading this one in some nice moves to the upside, but I was never getting aggressive enough on the actual moves to the upside, so I was missing out on a lot of the good moves. And then I was trading some dips here and some failed breakouts later, and then we had this ridiculous open hold right here. Just not my best trading on OCGN for sure. In this whole area, I just wasn't getting aggressive enough. So yeah, that's OCGN. QNR coming back here, guys. QNRQ. Just missed that entry. Five-minute breakout, guys. QRNQ. $9.12. Trump signed the coronavirus release deal. Most extreme lockdowns. Chinese video game tycoon, Netflix producer, dead after alleged poisoning. Oh boy, that sounds pretty intense. That sounds really bad. Definitely some interesting news worth diving into a bit later. The pandemic signed bill is definitely one of the bigger ones. Trash gas. Brexit and the fish, it's just been one of those things. There's obviously been a big drop in cases, not because really cases have gone down, just because over the holidays people weren't testing as much. You can see a big drop kind of across the board. Will be interesting to kind of see how that pans out though. Lately it's been so much football in the news. Got another 15 minutes before the market opens. No time to be rushing around, just kind of watching the market. Look at the big sellers coming through here on GRNQ. Just check out the order book. By the way, great mention from the community here. The time and sales size here. I used to have show all sizes. Right now I have show greater or equal than 200. Kind of just shows the bigger orders coming through. It's a bit nicer, so you can kind of see a little bit more action. Bigger sell-off there on GRNQ. This is actually a pretty decent candle on this ticker here, about 7-8%. We've had a few in the past, but this might actually be one of the bigger ones. I did already 2 of those coronavirus take-home kits, those fast response ones. Luckily, it didn't come back positive. Knock on wood. Dang, Dennis, that's some heavy stuff to be thrown in here. It's really unfortunate. Nothing we can really say. GRNQ, still watching it at 725. Typically on a break of 2.5, if it's a light one, I would consider entering and then buying on a retest, selling on a retest of the 9 EMA. Let's see how strong this sells off. Whew. It's a bit gloomy this Monday, huh? It's a bit of a classic Monday. If you guys remember what 2 Mondays ago, that's when we lost $1,000 right away with the TD Ameritrade NASDAQ cross issue where we couldn't close our position. So Mondays, you know, yeah, I usually like Mondays. But Mondays and at holiday times, when everything's a little bit hectic, it's always like, all right, let's see how many people are online. Let's ease into this. Yeah, Baba's being investigated from every front for different types of fraud or what was the main thing on Baba? We can quickly pull it up. This is a 4-hour chart. You can see Baba's been falling off a cliff here. I think probably Baba would be maybe a good acquisition at one point to the investment portfolio. I've never been the biggest fan of holding long-term foreign companies, especially the Chinese ones, because you just don't know. I always say this, you don't really know what the regulations are like. You don't know if the government's just going to randomly take over the company. You just don't know. It makes me a little bit more uncomfortable. And this is exactly what happened here with Baba. A huge company, one of the biggest in the world. Shares tumble after Chinese regulator tightens screws on Ant Group, which is their kind of financial arm of Baba. So you just never know. And I always had a hard time going long Baba just because of that. But I think, honestly, after some sell-off, after some fear, I think Baba will probably, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So if you are been waiting to go long Baba, I think, we're approaching one of those great buy zones potentially. I wouldn't go all in on your first position, but looks good, honestly. Yep, I'm pretty much agreeing with Wild Boys there. It makes a lot of sense. All right, Gabriel, man, take care. Good luck at the hospital. That's where the heavy work is right now. No matter how tumbly our day here is, it's nothing compared to how hectic it probably gets over there. All right, looks like several other people think Baba is in a buy zone. Yeah, Mark, that's usually how I feel as well. But, a company like Baba, I feel more comfortable with investing than, let's say, your classic small cap Chinese ticker that, has a one-day spike. That's a little bit different in my eyes. So Baba, it would be something I would consider putting in my investment portfolio. But most of these Chinese tickers that we're looking at, what's the Chinese ticker that we're popping up here today on the charts? Is there one? I feel like there's always at least one or two. Yeah, ATIF. This is one of them. I'm down $30 on it. This is a company that's kind of going up because of another company, ACY, came out with some positive news. So this Chinese company, capital markets company with 11 million float. This is just the solid little downtrend here. So not really too excited and not something I would really consider as an investment. Good old Lizzie. Final countdown. There she is. No, I'm not today. Actually, I almost got stopped out. I was hoping you could give us a little bit of a pep talk here. So ACY, I did a trade on and I got pretty crushed on it. I guess you could say I didn't cut my losses quick enough. Usually I'm cutting my losses on the first retest. That's what I did with ACY. The problem was it sold off a lot. So if we just go here to ACY, you can kind of see I bought a pullback looking for a breakout. And then we got stuck in these two wicked candles. And then I actually even averaged down because at first right around here at like 6.8, I was like, oh, this is actually, probably a really good pullback opportunity. I didn't really focus on the amount of sell volume here. And then I got totally skunked. And then that first, candle that was trying to pop up a little bit, I closed out on. So that was a bit of a disaster here for me pre-market. So overall, we're down 440 this morning. And I'm trying to only look for the cleanest setups at the moment. And hopefully we can, take some base hits to dig ourselves out of this hole a little bit. I say it's totally up to you. I still trade Chinese tickers. Investing is always a little bit of a different story. I like to really be able to wrap my mind around what I'm investing in, and sometimes as a Chinese ticker, it's already a bit of a gray area because of the lack of proper filing SEC regulations. All right, I like that. Yeah, on Thursday last week we were down 300. And we ended the day nicely green. So, anything's possible. But the thing is, when you're down this much, you're really close to the max stop of the day. And that's what has me a little bit on edge. So I just have to, try to take some base hits and get away from that. That's really what I need to be focused on now. VERU had offering at 2, not trading below. HSTO being called out to short. Got another 6 minutes here before the market opens. Plenty of time, kind of thinking, where do we want to really take it? GRNQ is really the main ticker still on my watch list. Everything else I'm not super interested in. I like the GRNQ above 3, so let's see if we can hold this 2.5 zone. Nice little 7% pop there, huh? Really solid. I'm going to quickly fill up my tea, run to the restroom, and then be ready here for the market open. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Mike, that's funny. Yeah, calm down. That's a valid point. I agree with that. Another 3.5 minutes here before the market opens. AQMS popping up a little bit. This is a USA waste management company, 60 million float. They had significant improvement to its sustainability-focused battery recycling tech. Really nice. Did pull back a little bit here, 20%, not really the worst though, holding its highs. Doing okay. I actually like this one. Nice little multi-day run. Let's actually do a little bit of technical resistance on this one. Looks like 337 is probably a place to be watching for as well. 530, a little bit unusual spots on this one. 370 roughly, 36, 35. Right here with that high of 3.8, now we're back to 3.5. Possible room to run past 4, I would argue. We had some former tops in that area. Not sure how much this one will squeeze today, but we'll see. Bigger support around 2. Right now 3.8 is at really that critical spot. So 3.5, always a good quarter halfway house area. Let's go ahead and mark that area to kind of show the significant area. We had a nice pullback, some failed breakouts. We had that last move, trying to retest this area. So if this thing breaks above 3.5, I think it's definitely worth looking into. If it goes kind of below 3.2, could start looking for some maybe red to green moves, bottom bounces, maybe even into the 3s. I'm not sure. That's a pretty big sell-off. So I really wouldn't want to see this crack, 312 or so. GRNQ just sold off a little bit here. GRNQ is now officially down about 25+% from pre-market highs. Don't really want to see it crack this 2.5 area too much. We have some bigger support, maybe at 220. We'll see. Pre-market, we had our first major resistance at around between 2.8, 2.15. Yeah, it's really starting to sell off a little bit right now. Oh, Jason, I'm looking at BFT. Just look at my hair. It's going crazy just thinking about it. I'm long one share BFT just to remind myself. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't know. That one's a painful one. Ugh, disgusting. And we called it out every single day. The only reason I didn't go long BFT, just for the record, and you guys already know this, I've said it 1,000 times, is because my swing trade portfolio is maxed out, and I said I will not allocate swing trades to my day trading portfolio. Although BFT is one of those probably very rare exceptions to make to that rule. Constantine says change good to cancel to extended. Yep, thanks for that. Changing it on both my screens. This one slid a little bit down here. Whoops. Woo! All right, guys, 6 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. GRNQ is my main ticker I'm watching right now. GRNQ is definitely trying here. Might break back above VWAP any moment. That's a good like 10% plus run. Nice big buy volume there. This has been a solid pullback pre-market, around 25%. Could give us a really good entry point. Not too much FN. AQMS having that very aggressive sell-off. Big support possibly in this zone. Down about 5%. Could keep selling off though. GRNQ still selling off as well. Had a little bit of a 4% pop to the upside, now about down 7% from the open. Would probably consider buying it in the teens. Markets are up pretty well, around 0.5 plus, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, depending on the index. I'll be still fairly careful here with GRNQ. Doesn't look like it's going to pop just yet, but you never really know. You never know. AQMS is trying to pop here. ACY and Riot as well. Are moving. GRNQ trying to break critical 2.5 zone. Big move there. GRNQ going right to VWAP. BTU being called out. Yeah, nice move on that one. Good call. P-Boy Energy, P-Body Energy. Debt maturity extension. Might be a short-lived run. We'll see what happens. GRNQ pull back right now. This could be a healthy pullback. This could be the break of VWAP, but always hard to say. Been a strong sell-off here. GRNQ is actually looking really healthy. Man, GRNQ has some huge order size going through it at the moment. Absolutely insane. Definitely the lead gapper right now. OCGN actually has some of the most dollar volume. Wow, what a sell-off there. Failed continuation past VWAP. I was originally waiting for this ticker to run into the teens. Remember we were talking about this pre-market here, these teen zones? High of 215. Nice little bottom bounce on AQMS. I'm just trying to be patient. Thanks for calling out red to green's mark. Nice little temp there. Still not really seeing anything I would like to get aggressive on at the moment. The ATIF popping up here a little bit again. GRNQ could be finding some support though. I gotta say, it looks like there could be some continuation. Bitcoin's up 16.5 right now. It's insane. Hopefully everyone's got a little bit of a crypto portfolio. GRNQ is critical at 225. I'm going to put an alert at 226 just so I don't forget. CRIS, former ticker we were watching. Nice little breakout here on very light volume though, so it's not really something I'd be looking at. GRNQ selling off again. 220. There's a lot of buyers there. Wonder if it's going to get chipped through it. Third bigger 5-minute red candles so far. ACY, good call, Mark. With a little bit of VWAP break. ACY has been doing a little bit of flushes sometimes, so just be careful about that. Nice red to green on it though, big volume. A lot of people are going to be looking at this right now. One of the few tickers that's actually moving. Big volume coming in here. Pulled back around 30% from pre-market highs, not too bad. Remember, ACY did have a catalyst, has a 1 million float. AK reported filing that they won't be delisted from the NASDAQ, so that's good news. Congrats to you when that got that breakout. That was a pretty sweet breakout. I'm not sure why I calmed down, but I'll take it. Maybe it's the white background. It's like a passport picture. Wow, this could be a passport picture. That's a weird thought. Damn, that's creepy. We could probably talk about BitForex later. Actually, I'm not sure what you mean exactly by BitForex, if you're discussing an exchange or if you're talking about, you know, Forex trading crypto. ACY. Not surprised that the pullback's bigger. This is what we were talking about here with these failed highs. Always kept on having these kind of aggressive flushes. It's exactly what I got stuck in pre-market, and this is the ticker I gave back most of my... actually, this is the reason I'm red, this ticker. Well, I'm always the reason I'm red, but this is the ticker that I was trading. Jonathan. Let's see if I can do my little bit of positive reinforcement here. Well, okay, yeah, our swing trades really aren't up too much today. They're up like $500 pre-market, so they're actually gone down quite a bit. So far, no trades yet for me since the market open. I'm being extra cautious to anyone that's new here because we almost got stopped out of trading for the day pre-market. So I have, you know, decent losses so far today. So I was waiting for a really good setup that I felt comfortable going long on. So far, I haven't really seen something that I'm super stoked about. So that's why I'm being a little bit more patient here today. Yeah, that's pretty much everything so far. It still is good fun to be trading with you guys, and even if I did, you know, get stopped out today, I would still be trading with you guys, but just not executing trades. ACY pulling back here. If anyone avoided this because of exactly what we were talking about, I'm happy. That's good. All here to learn together. If you guys are learning something new, don't forget to drop that like if you haven't done so already, and if you're totally new here, consider subscribing. We'd all love to see you again. This community is a great place to just learn as a trader and, you know, celebrate your victories and losses, because losses are lessons, right? I'm still watching GRNQ. I'm waiting for this ticker to do something I like. And right now it is kind of popping up here. I want to be watching it a little bit closer. GRNQ making some decent small moves. OCGN could also be a possible option coming up. Got to be careful on GRNQ though. 5-minute technically breakout, big resistance though above that 9 EMA. This could break VWAP. Constantly, that's a good New Year's resolution. GRNQ possible VWAP break. There it goes. Let's see if we can hold this area. 255 getting chipped away. Made a lot of mistakes buying this one near the highs though, so I'm just watching. Overall, this ticker feels a little bit more healthy at this point. We had a low with a bit of a rounded bottom. It's not a perfect trade yet. It's kind of risky. You could easily keep pulling off past 2.4, and that would wipe me out for the day. So I'm not trading it yet. Could be a good pullback though. Could easily continue past 2.6. You know, if I had more cushion, I'd probably be getting a bit more aggressive right now. As we could talk about that a little bit later, maybe past 10:30 or so. Yeah, so it's definitely taking some time here. This could be a good flag setup. Light break of 2.4 could be an interesting play. I think it's gonna, people are accumulating in these areas, you can feel it. New 5-minute candle starting now. Long at 238. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a move here back to the upside. Could easily keep selling off. But I really like the fact on this one that some support was coming in here and it wasn't pulling back that fast. Still selling off here a little bit. Yep, still selling off. Watching. This is too much of a sell-off here. Way too much. Watching. Need this area to hold 230. Don't want to see 230 crack. Crack for a second. Crack for a second there at 232. Let's see if we can get a pop back above 232. Overall, I do like this setup. Did pull back a little bit harder. I've noticed that this one does pull back a little harder, so I could have probably been a little bit better. Watching. Closing there at 236. Oh, let's see. 480. Okay, I'm not at 500 yet. Oh, my Lord. I don't want to get to 500. I'm 50 bucks away. I'm at like 530 is my max stop on the day. We haven't reached a max stop in like 2 weeks, so this is kind of painful. I really obviously don't want to reach it. I'm not allowed to trade for the rest of the day after that. Yeah, boom, back to 3.9. That's what I was waiting for. It looked like this sell-off was a little bit... Yeah, early entry. I mean, that was a small loss, so that's fine. Small losses are okay. There's nothing wrong with a loss. The problem is I'm too close to my max loss, so small losses are almost not even acceptable at this point. So it's tough. It's a really tough place to trade. So oftentimes I'll just walk away at this point. The thing is, there could easily be good opportunity, and so, sometimes we're down $300-400, and then we end the day nicely in the green. So you just never know. And all it takes is one decent little trade to get me back on track. But today's not necessarily the day you want to be pushing the limits, right? AQMS, nice little move back above VWAP here. Good to see this. Really nice. Good green volume trolling up. NXTD trying to break, being called out. Yeah, NXTD had a pretty sweet little pullback here. 5% little pop to the upside. Not too shabby. Well, at least worst case scenario, if I stop trading, you know, we could talk about swings and some other things. Whoever out there is, you know, curious about that. Usually we wait for 10:30, so I gotta drink more tea. I gotta get my herbal stuff going here. At least, Bren, moving to Florida, you'll save a bunch of money on your taxes, your state taxes. Well, I guess it really depends where you're coming from. GRNQ finally broke that critical 235 zone. So it's good that we cut our losses here. This is why you cut your losses. I originally wanted to buy this ticker around 215, so right now we're actually kissing that area. Got to watch out. GRNQ is officially, well, it's not officially now. It's been on the backside of a move, but it has sold off quite significantly here, about 34% down from pre-market highs. AQMS making some really good progress. Good little healthy pullback there. Nice continuation. This is the ticker slowly moving back to the upside. Great call out on AQMS. USA Waste Management Company, 60 million float, guys, with some nice technology improvements apparently. Recycling technology for batteries, battery focused. Kind of a bit of a chop nugget here as well, though. OCGN could be coming alive soon. OCGN is just the one that randomly pops. Making decent moves though. You know, it's actually Thursday it had also a similar big red to green move where it sold off aggressively and then popped right back up. Look at that. So very similar move here on that one. GRNQ buying at that 15 would have been a little bit of a profit there. Could have walked away with 4% on that one. So somehow the moves I call out, I'm not trading today, and the moves that I'm skeptical on, I somehow trade. It's just one of those days. I like the possible support forming on GRNQ, but you don't want to be careful on this one now. OCGN, nice moves. GRNQ possibly breaking into the single digits in terms of, you know, 209, 208, 207. New minute on GRNQ in general. How low can you go? Is GRNQ a buy or is it not? It's tough to say. 20 seconds left in this minute. Looks like actually, you know, could have been a good little popper Rooney there again. NXTD making decent continuations. GEVO somehow is making some pretty decent trends here. It's getting tighter and tighter, but overall this ticker, although maybe not the most impressive way how fast it moves, having some decent little trends here. OCGN with a quick sell-off and bounce. Man, oh man, today is really one of those days where better almost not to do anything, at least for my style of trading. So I'm just kind of sitting, waiting. BTU pretty much been selling off since that big move. JGX, not really too interesting. MYOV. We're back above VWAP. Light volume though. Daily chart looks rough. ACY trending to the downside now. 9-minute EMA and horizontal support as new resistance. You can buy miners, John Doe, like Mara or Riot, RIOT, or MARA. That's a good way to get exposure. Buy companies that have something to do with crypto. Like GRNQ, which announces a crypto fund, a Bitcoin fund to be specific. Nice, Jared. I'm not gonna lie, that's one I want to put in my investment portfolio. Look at the move RIOT made. This is really, really impressive move on this ticker. Good to see that kind of action here, up 40%. Remember, oh man, we were talking this months ago. I did not have the best forecast on this ticker, but I was also not expecting Bitcoin to be shooting through the roof in the next few months. So that was a big factor on that move. OCGN. Yeah, if there's anyone capitalizing on it, it's probably Bren right now with the crypto, Riot, and Mara. I'm still allowed to day trade, but I've gotten very close to not being allowed to. Let's just say I'm pretty much $50 away. So I could throw in the towel now. I don't mind keep trading. If I see a good situation, I'll keep trading. But I feel like at one point you start getting the thought of like, now I'm just looking for a trade. I don't want to be in that because right now we're really not seeing anything. But I'm thinking maybe on the turn of 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we might start seeing a ticker move that I like. Well, we'll see. Nice, Bren. Sazuk, I would be holding BFT for quite some time. Unfortunately, I don't have a decent position size, to say the least, on that. So it doesn't even really matter. GRNQ actually making a move back above 22, guys. GRNQ trying to do something here. It's a 5-minute breakout, 1 minute possible pullback. Woo! Who else is getting all sweaty in their fingers right now? Although, yeah, that's weird. I'm actually not sweating my fingers, but I feel like I should be. Yeah, St. Clair, I totally feel you on that. OCGN, nice little pop there. That glove must be moist. Moist resistant. That's the way to go. GRNQ, watching. Pulling back right now. Gotta be kidding me. I just missed a perfect pullback on GRNQ. Oh, it wasn't pulled up here. I had an order here at like 214 or 213. It pulls back to 214. Looks at my order and reverses. That would have been a nice little base hit to get me back in the green. So one of those, well, not back in the green totally, but, you know, a step in the right direction. EQOS, guys. This thing constantly is trading price. Fairly new company. I'm not totally sure what they do. Hong Kong Capital Markets Company. 82 million market cap, 1.7 million float. It's a 40% up so far. A 2 million float is very light. The company operates a cryptocurrency exchange. Okay. Diginex. Oh, I think I've heard about these guys before. Sounds familiar. Diginex. Okay, well, nice little pop here. Big Muzo. What's my view on Jaguar Health? I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I haven't been following it. Brent says Diginex. Yeah, okay, there he goes. Thanks for that confirmation. Digimon monsters. Exactly, Jared. Exactly. GRNQ. Half of me wants to buy it. Half of me wants the ticker to burn. I guess it's always like that, huh? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not biased toward these tickers. Mara, look at that big sell-off on MARA. Nasty stuff. I really want to be trading stocks trending to the upside with even more upside potential right now. Some of these are really on the backside of the move, and then some of them that are just lightly reversing have higher chances of flushes than anything else. So remember, you guys don't have to trade if if there's nothing to trade. Being live, sometimes it feels like I have to trade, and that's something that it's like probably one of the harder parts about live streaming is like you feel like sometimes you have to do something. When in reality, I don't have to do anything. So that definitely plays with my head sometimes. BTU coming to some interesting support here. FCEL, I don't know, it's not popping up on our scanners. FCEL is an old school gapper that kind of does pop up again and again from time to time. I like the fact that the pullback volume was very light. We've seen some pretty nasty pullbacks on this thing in the past, so I probably wouldn't be buying in these areas. I'd probably wait for at least some sort of 9 EMA retest. It looks like we had a failed breakout here at 14. Looks like most likely we're going to have to find a new low. That could be somewhere below 12 in my eyes, somewhere maybe below 12, above 11. That could be a good little short-term entry on FCEL if you believe this company has more upside potential, right? That's obviously the big if that I don't want to not highlight, right? No, Scott Stout. That's a fun name. I don't do any options trading. Sinclair says, "Don't you tell us to be responsible." That's funny. You guys can obviously do whatever you want. I'm just, sometimes when I say like, don't want to be trading this, don't want to do this, yada yada, I'm really trying to calm myself down. I'm kind of going through my rules in my head. Obviously, you guys have your own trading strategies. Everyone here trades a little bit differently. So take everything I say with a very subjective view and also a big grain of salt. ACY popping back up here. I like the moves. The moves are always like these really nice, decent, fast rate of change. I don't like the price action though on ACY. Just constantly not where you want to be on this ticker. GRNQ also trying to make potentially a higher low, or it did make a higher low, but at the same time the volume has pretty much disappeared. Also making not a very exciting trade, not to mention on the 5 minute there's big resistance coming up here on the 9 EMA around 227, 230. So which means there could be some upside, like 5 cents a share on GRNQ, which is not bad for a ticker like this. That's basically 10 cents a share on a $5 stock, which it's like 2.5% profit, and it's like you're getting that base hit territory. It's not too shabby. Boom, there's the 5% upside, or 5 cents a share upside that we just were talking about. So congrats to anyone that took that trade. I'm over here being FOMO Sally, FOMO Frank. No, what is it? Who's Sally? Sally is not sarcasm Sally. That's not what we usually talk about here. How do I forget this? Only clean bangers stopping in. Yeah, we are still down. Sloppy Sally. Yes, Sally is the sloppy one. Everyone's got a Sally in their group. So thanks, John. That was bothering me. I did see BFT. You know what? I'm gonna show it up. I'm gonna pull it up here so everyone else can see it too. BFT. This is the SPAC merging with PaySafe, a competitor for PayPal, but they're a little bit more focused in the gaming community and processing as most of their transactions right now. But they have all the the wallets and all that fun stuff as well. BFT is a SPAC that I have been long bullish on. The problem is I can't go long it because I'm fully allocated my swing trade portfolio. What I should be doing is selling ADT. I am long BFT with one share just to just to remind myself where I could have, should have, would have bought it with my day trading account at 1469. So giving myself a little bit of stress for no reason. So yeah, I mean, our swing trade portfolio, biggest really kind of lagger is ADT for quite some time. I should have, could have, would have sold it as we moved above 9. I was waiting to sell at 10. What would have been best about this it would have freed up capital. Overall, ADT, we've been holding this one for quite some time. So to me, ADT is almost a loss regardless, because we've been holding this one for like 3 months, which is a lot of time to freeze up capital. So that's that. GRNQ ran all the way up now to 3.5. Well, that's pretty solid. WPF difference, to be honest, I'm not totally sure. I'd have to look that up. It's most likely another SPAC. So Foley probably has multiple SPACs. That's usually how it is. Acquisition Corp 2. Yeah, and this is another SPAC. So it's the same company, but they have 2 funds. That's a really comforting picture of 2 sailboats, very relaxing. So if you go here to their funds, well, usually they list the funds right at the top. It's unusual that they don't do that. Our strategy, company, it just goes down. Investor info, probably under investor info. Yeah, well, I can't find it right now. I'm also doing very light research, but so this is just a company that's still raising capital. It looks like they have not even found who they're going to be merging with. But let's say you blindly trust fully trace mini. Wow. Great. Now everyone who's new to the channel is going to think I can't read.
Foley Trazamene.
All right. So if anyone blindly believes that Foley Trazamene thinks that they're going to, do more SPACs in the future, and they really like the team, the executive team, and they're going to be raising more capital, and they're going to find a new company, blah, 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 and, it's going to have another beautiful run like KCAC that merged with QS. What you could do before they announce some sort of merger news, like with BFT, now this is like really kind of risky, is blindly buy their next fund, which one of them seems to be WPF. So if you bought WPF, maybe on the news of a new company they're going to be merging with, which doesn't mean it's going to happen, then you could be getting in quote unquote early. But that's a really risky play, and I would maybe consider it if I really like the team, really like the track record, and I got a good price, maybe around 10.5. But it's not really something that I feel like I would recommend too much. Yeah, only clean bangers. Most likely, yes. Within the next, I feel like 2 weeks we'll know. The thing is, within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be funding the Roth IRA account. I could fund for 2021. I could add another 6K to it based on my age, which means if I take 3K for each position size, I'll have 2 new entry position lot accounts. So technically, I wouldn't have to sell ADT, but that's obviously an option. GOEV, Brent's calling out. HCAC bottom buy. Maybe not yet. down at 16. Actually, Brad, you're absolutely right. How did this one go by my radar? And GOEV, you're absolutely right. This is a great bottom buy potential on GOEV. I was waiting for this to go into the 16s. We even had a triple bottom here, guys. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Brad, you're about to get a call-out award. I don't know if that's such a thing, but GOEV, merger from HCAC, bottom buy area at 16. Great call out. I'm going to be looking into that. Maybe this is another one that the reason I don't like entering any sort of trade with my swing trading account is because, let's say I have 30K in my swing trading account, and I usually always take my money out of my swing trading account, so it goes to 30K. If I had 2 swing trades and both of them some randomly got delisted or something happened, all of a sudden my swing trade or my day trading portfolio would be under $25,000, and then I couldn't do my quote unquote job anymore. So my day trading account is really just a tool. So I don't want to, borrow my tool out just to get it back in a way I can't, do my job. So I don't. That's why I don't do that. So GOEV, let's just hope. When I fund my swing trading portfolio, it will be maybe still in these same prices, but this is a phenomenal spot. I could also just buy 1 share of this ticker so I don't really forget about it, which I don't mind doing. It's not my favorite way to kind of put them on my list, but what I'll do is see if we even break this area. This is going to be really interesting. I'll put it at 88, see if it goes lower. All right, let's quickly get back to a little bit of day trading here. We did have technically an opportunity with GRNQ to go long on this one. Who went long for that move? Yeah, Sasuke, I'm not long BFT. I'm long 1 share BFT. ACY getting called out like crazy right now. Is ACY halted? Nope, not halted yet. This is what we've been waiting for, some action here. ACY might get halted any second. Where's this coming from? Benzinga article that came out no, that came out that came out at 8. Not sure where this momentum's coming from. I didn't sell it, Sasuke. I never bought it. I never owned it. I think there's a little bit of confusion going through here. I'll have to clarify things. But right now I'm watching ACY. Well, okay, ACY is about to get halted here. Boom. Okay, ACY halted. We got at least a 5-minute halt here. I don't see any news. Let me quickly clarify BFT, guys. First of all, I never bought BFT. I bought 1 share of BFT because I was saying I would like to buy this, but my swing trade portfolio is fully allocated, so I can't buy BFT, right? It's a ticker I've been watching for a long time. It's a big, big buy rating in my eyes. Now, I can't put money into my swing trade account because it's a Roth IRA account, which means I can only put up to $6,000 into my Roth IRA account every year, right? We just bought GOEV at 1588, that 1 share. So now what happens? So now I can wait pretty much, 3 more days before the first, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and then here is the first on Friday. Then I could fund my account $6,000. Then I have more funds available for my swing trading account. And then I can keep trading. Or what I could do is sell ADT. The problem is there's a 48-hour hold period. It's called settled cash. You have to wait for your cash to settle on cash account. So even if I sold ADT, I wouldn't have that money till pretty much Thursday, which, the markets are closed, I believe. So, then I might as well wait for next year as well. So I hope that all makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, GRNQ blowing away right now. Nice big move there on GRNQ. Yeah, on Thursday they're open. Sorry, my mistake. I meant Friday. Watching GRNQ. GRNQ still selling off here. Could see some interesting continuation on this ticker. Quick sell-off there, finding support at 53. Yeah, so Friday, January 1st, the markets are closed. GRNQ, big sell-off just now again. Still selling off this ticker. ACY gonna open at 21. Nice bounce there. Congrats to anyone that got GRNQ. Sweet move there. I had an order at 53. I removed it. I wanted to buy back at 36. Wasn't quick enough. It was down here for like a second, and I tried to jump on it. Missed that one. A really nice little possible continuation. ACY is going to open up at 21, so keep an eye on that. 21.33. Nice 180p Pro, that's what I like to hear. ACY is going to open it up again really soon. I'm going to put GRNQ back on my second screen. Looks like we might have a little bit more action coming up here a little bit later. ACY, quick open there at 7. Whew. This is a new high on ACY. This could easily break back above 8.5. If we see that break of 8.5, we could maybe move this to 10. Could easily rip through 8.5, just kind of watching it here. Maybe there's an opportunity for a better entry. These are some very quick moves on this ticker right now. GRNQ, nice move higher. Markets are still fairly green. There's the break of 8.5, really nice. I wouldn't be trading this breakout on GRNQ. I don't trust it. Quick pullback here. Long GRNQ at 8.6, looking for a break of 9. Selling there, taking some profits off the table. Quick move on GRNQ. On ACY, sorry about that. Made back some of my losses on that one. Very quick trade on that one. GRNQ still going. Small size. I only did about 3.5. 4,000 shares actually. 4,000. Not shares. $4,000. 500 shares. I'm always a little bit more careful, use smaller size when I trade halts. GRNQ still going. Impressive, but I still don't feel confident in trading that one. ACY trying to break here again, trying to have a little bit of continuation. 9, critical spot there at 9. Remember, we have room to run till at least 10 before bigger resistance comes in. ACY really coming in hot right now. Not totally sure why. I wouldn't argue there's specific. 9.6. $9.7. Boom! Huge move, guys. Congrats to anyone riding this one. I'd be careful in these areas, though. I'd be very, very careful on this ticker right now. Yeah, 180 Pro. I feel you on that. Absolutely beautiful continuation on that as well. I'll probably be extra cautious tomorrow based on how today was trading. There goes GRNQ to the downside. I knew I wasn't wanting to go long that ticker. Kashi, this platform is TD Ameritrade ThinkorSwim platform. If you guys have any FAQs, usually they're best for after 10:30. But remember, guys, right below this video, there's a whole bunch of FAQs. And check out that first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. That's where you can get the foundation video series to get caught up with everything that we are doing here on the live streams. Usually we'll always do a little bit more Q&A and whatnot a little bit later on the stream after 10:30. That's when I usually am done with day trading. GRNQ still selling off there, about a 10-11% sell from the high just now. Not even the high, just that first kind of red candle. ACY is quite an intense little pickle right now. ACY, OCGN, and GRNQ are top movers today in terms of small caps with dollar volume. I mean, ACY is a $14 million ticker, and they're trading $170+ million today. So that's just, goes to show how aggressive these tickers are. John, usually no. I mean, yeah, John down. Usually I don't short. Nice little flag pattern here on ACY. Good little 9% pop. Really think if it's going to try to do a move to 10. I'm not so optimistic. Brent, yeah, that's actually true. We did have an accidental short. Was that last week or the week before? Oh my god, that was so hectic. It wasn't that bad because it was small size, but it was a bit weird. Ray Raymond says E-Trade wouldn't accept his ACY trade over online security not available. It's very weird. Usually E-Trade doesn't have those kind of issues. ACY, is this a pullback or is this a failed breakout? It's hard to say. 5 minute, it's a very aggressive place to be trading a breakout. But I could still see this popping over 10. The spread on this ticker is wicked. 9.7 is the high we have to break over. 9.5. Whew. This move would make me stress. St. Clair. I don't even know how to respond to that. Nice move there on ACY, 988. Man, oh man. I would have sold here. I would not be holding for a break of 10, although that is my overall goal. $10 is that big multi-month, multi-day support and resistance zone. So I wouldn't be trying to hold for a break of 10. I feel like that's a whole different trade. So that's why I would have been trying to sell on any move over at 9.6, 9.7, that pre-market, that high we just had here at 9.68 or 9.69, whatever it was. Such a quick moving ticker that, you can be up and down 10% in the same candle. I wouldn't be shorting a spiker with low volume right now. I mean, that's really what's causing these squeezes, right? These are shorts probably covering, creating momentum. Right now, there's tons of momentum to the upside. I just wouldn't be shorting a ticker like this. Nice crack of 10. Woo! Instant move higher. Absolutely crazy. Markets are fairly steady overall. 1 second here, guys. I gotta... Nope, okay, taken care of. Thought I had to do something quickly. I was way too cautious on ACY. I should have been buying this perfect pullback here. A big reason I didn't do that, one, well, being down sometimes makes you overthink things. And then two, to me, I thought this was way too halty of a ticker. And I usually don't trade around halts very aggressively. So that's why I wasn't trading ACY in this area. This ticker is absolutely going crazy right now. I think this is just a solid squeeze right now. Wow, right instantly to 12. Big congrats to if anyone just got that. $20 is a big zone on this ticker. 15, 13, 12, 8. $13. ACY halted again. So ACY, this is actually the second stock I wrote down, has that 1 million float, so it has that huge spike ability, right? There was no news at first, and then I found news that they filed an 8K report showing that they won't be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, which, it's good news, but no reason for a big move like this percentage-wise. I think ACY, the reason it's up 300+% today is because it's getting a short squeeze. With a 1 million float, guys, anything is possible, right? It doesn't take a lot to move a ticker like this. So right now it's a hot play. That's why you don't trade short hot plays, because you don't know how high the momentum can go. If people start shorting this ticker right now, I mean, it could easily keep running up because their brokers are going to keep squeezing them out. It's hard to borrow, but there's none to borrow. So there's clearly people shorting this one. Looks like someone's trying to, Life is trying to give me some stress about CLSK. Yeah, CLSK, that's another BFT kind of ticker here. Just, okay, you know what? Clean spark. I'm just going to go away from this one quickly. Yeah. CLSK is one I'm always talking about that I should have bought. We're down today 318, so the last trade we just kind of made back a little bit. So yeah, almost stopped out today. That was intense. Usually halts are about 5 minutes long. Sometimes they're 10 if they're pending news. I wouldn't be surprised if ACY was pending news, but I don't think it will be this time. It's going to open again at 36.30. GRNQ trying again here. Yeah, it depends. Usually Education Factory, where we respond to comments a little bit more frequently after 10:30 because that's when I wrap up trading typically. I mean, nothing's ever fixed right now. ACY could be a hot one to keep trading. Pre-market, a bit more focused on the community. But after 9:30 till 10:30, usually that hour is when I'm try to be as focused as possible. Today was pretty chill. There wasn't a lot of moves I was liking. We were down pre-market, so I didn't do really that much trading today. So today was a little bit easier to kind of chat. GRNQ trying again, but I don't know. I'm not super excited about it. Still watching ACY. We got another minute here before it opens up. Nice, Jonathan. Happy to hear, man. Yeah, BTC is going down a little bit. Seeing some new faces here, guys. Welcome to the community. If you are, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stick around. Love to see you guys again. Community is nicely growing, and it's a freaking fun place to be. Unfortunately, it's a red day, but it's always a bit of a green day when we're all learning together here. Yeah, the holiday weekends have been hectic. Here we go, ACY opening up. Break of 12. Let's see it. I think we got room to run to 13. That was a great pullback there. Boom, there's the break, 12.4. I'd be selling here. I didn't buy it. 16% move, really nice. To me, it's overextended. I wouldn't be able to manage my risk so well on a ticker like this, so that's why I'm more or less not trading it, which is kind of unfortunate. ACY up 300%. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Nice. Coulda, shoulda, woulda maybe bought that pullback, but can't dwell not too much. So I think this is probably a good place for me to wrap it up day trading today. 10:37, down about $300. My big mistake today was I don't even really know. Like ACY, had some really good opportunity, but I kind of held one of my losers maybe a bit too long. It's really, really hard to say. Right here, this is ACY. We just reviewed this ticker with that 1 million float. Doesn't really have a news besides the AK filing on the New York Stock Exchange that they won't be getting delisted. So it was a little bit weird. USA rental and leasing company for, do I have it opened? here we go, AeroCities. So for airplanes or commercial jets, business strategy. They also do engines. I think they rent out engines as well. So they do, I mean, that's a pretty intense market to be in right now. Really, ACY to me was really up today because of the float. That was really a ticker that you can be trading aggressively. I'm not sure where this giant spike came from. I don't see any news that warrants it. So I think that's why I was a little bit calm trading it. We got that nice, one nice move right here, and I was pretty happy about that one. Unfortunately, my trades aren't showing right now because TD Ameritrade's a little bit laggy at the moment, and oftentimes doesn't show that. So right here, pre-market ACY has this nice big move to the upside. We're consolidating. We're actually having a nice pop back above the 9 EMA. I'm looking for that second leg to the upside. But I end up kind of getting stuck in this, fake out right here. And this was a really aggressive sell-off, over 15% sell-off here in this quick move. And I took an 8% loss on that. And that's pretty much what threw me off for the day. I was almost stopped out of the day from that one trade. My max loss right now is 10% of my average position size. So if you go here for the month, my average position size is $5.3 thousand roughly, give or take. So when I'm down 10% of that, which is $530, I'm done for the day. I'm not allowed to take a bigger loss. Obviously, if I have a $400, daily loss and we just have a $200 loss trade, I'm down $600, right? So it's never going to be clean. But let's just say when I'm past $530 for the day, to the red, I'm going lower than that. That's when I'm not allowed to keep trading. If I'm at $500, I could keep trading, right? But the next completed trade, if I'm below that, that's when I wrap up. So I just wanted to let you guys know if you're not aware of that. So today we'll be giving back $300 trading profits, which for the month, which really isn't too bad at all. Can't really complain. A little bit sloppy here overall for this month. I think it's all the traveling we did. It's just kind of hard to be focused when you're constantly somewhere else. So that was a little bit tough. So 1-to-1 pretty much risk reward is not ideal. 66% win ratio, it's okay, it's not bad. I like to be over 70%, but 66 is not bad. So I'm happy with that. You can see we gave back quite a bit of profit here this month. Wow, look at ACY, another big rip here to the upside. Absolutely insane. Next area was that 15 zone we were talking about. So boom, boom, boom. Huge action on this ticker. We've seen some big moves on ACY in the past. Look at this move right here. 100%. That was a multi-day run though, so I can't really compare that. Here's another big move. Here's a huge run, 450%, but also multi-day run. So this is probably one of the bigger moves on this ticker. Here's a fairly big size move, but yeah, this is a big move on this ticker, because not just did it have a gap up around 150+%, now it's spiking up again. This is a 500% winner here on ACY. Absolutely insane. Velocity, how do I find the float on TOS? There is no float indicator on TOS. You have to look that up on a different site. I usually use FinViz. All right, St. Clair, man. Take care. Hope to see you tomorrow, man. Boom, ACY. Look at that, hitting 15. Absolutely crazy ticker. Big move. Really nice. ACY halted again. Let me just recap GRNQ. This was the second most traded stock for me. Well, actually, that's probably not even true, but GRNQ, this was a big winner quick mover today. I didn't do the hottest. I really didn't do that well trading today at all. To me, I kind of came to the party a little bit late. And then we had people come over randomly to install fire alarms, and that threw me off pre-market. I don't ever want to blame anything else, but it was just this whole month, specifically this pre-market has just been like not my my piece area. And then on top of that, pre-market, we just weren't having really moves that I was able to trade very well. GRNQ probably was one of the best setups pre-market, but at the time I was trading ACY and giving back profits on ACY. So I missed this whole move to the upside, and then I was trading backside on this one, and I was getting sloppy. So yeah, it's been it just wasn't my day to day. GRNQ, let's quickly review this one. This is actually a Hong Kong conglomerate, 17 million float, 80 million market cap. They announced that they are having a Bitcoin fund. I think the best part of this catalyst that you guys know is obviously that Bitcoin, was up like 17% today. It had a huge day. Right now, it went down a little bit, but it's still up 14%. So a lot of these tickers, I mean, MARA and RIOT are two of the biggest momentum stocks right now based on volume. So those are both crypto miners. So it just kind of gives you an idea of how the overall market's moving today. So GRNQ is really a bit of a sympathy play and towards Bitcoin. I don't know, like how good is this catalyst? It's really, really hard to value. But GRNQ, there's clearly some big sellers in here that weren't letting GRNQ properly rip. ACY, I feel like this ticker, we talked about it already, but I wasn't like super bullish on the catalyst or anything like that. But again, that 1 million float gives it that opportunity to have these big wicked short squeezes. Basically, if you guys don't know, if a short squeeze is when sellers, one second, I got something in my eye. So basically what a short squeeze is when you're short a stock and then the stock price keeps going up, right? And at one point, most brokers have some sort of margin requirement. So let's say around 25%, give or take. Usually it's a little bit around 30, especially for smaller accounts. Then if your position keeps going closer to that, and you'll never take 100% loss because you're going to get a margin call where your broker says, we got to close the trade for you. How do you close a short? Well, you had to sell to open, so you have to buy to close, which shoots the stock price higher. On a 1 million float, that's going to make a big difference when a lot of people are doing that. So now you have shorts closing, which is called a squeeze. They're getting squeezed out of their position, and now you have breakout traders like Ross Cameron or kind of myself, but I'm not that aggressive as a breakout trader, buying into that momentum as well, which boom, 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 fuels the ticker higher and higher. So, how high can ACY go? Well, it really depends how many people are going to keep getting squeezed into this one. So, anyone's going to keep trading this one as long as there's momentum. And right now there's a lot of volume here. So I was too conservative. Like, to me, the move to 10 is the one I wanted. This is the one I traded. So we made some money on that move. But again, I didn't even trade that last little leg right here. So I could have traded this way, way more aggressively. But ACY, this looks like a short squeeze based on the catalyst. So we'll see how high it's going to go, tomorrow morning when we're documenting your trades from today. But yeah, that's that. Usually halts last about 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. If they're pending news, they can last hours. This halt should be opening up at 47, so we'll see where it opens up. And then you can also go to NASDAQ halts to learn a little bit more. So you can see here ACY was halted, code M. They don't have the resumption time yet for this one, but you can see the last one was exactly 5 minutes here. So RHE is another ticker. So there's a lot of traders that use gap scan or halt scanners to see, what's getting halted, and it's like sharks. They smell something in water and then they come over and they check it out. I'm not a big fan of halt trading, but it can be very profitable, right? Like I said, Beat Street music, the reason I don't trade ACY is because it's hard to manage your risk on a ticker getting halted. It's not my really go-to trading strategy. So oftentimes I do avoid it. I definitely was too conservative. I should have kept on trading this till 10. None of this part gives me any FOMO because it's not part of my strategy. But this move to 10 was definitely a little bit of FOMO there because that, I should have traded. Bam! 30% just like that. Woohoo! Absolutely wicked. Who's long this ticker right now? ACY almost hit 20, 1990. This is how you grow an account. This is up 600% right now. Hey, it's Scully's here. Nice, Steven. Happy, man. John Dow made 1,000. Really nice. Boom! Broke it. 21. Nice, 1AP Pro. Congrats, man. Whenever you can, Wild Boys, whenever you can. Beautiful. Love to see this kind of action here. I wonder how much is going to keep going. We'll just keep watching until I guess it pulls back at one point. So most likely this is going to be another 5-minute halt, which means it's going to open up at 53.39. I bet you this company's, unless there's really some big news, which I kind of doubt, most of the time a company will come out with a press release where the SEC or the exchange wants more information from the company. Why is it going up so much, right? And then they'll come back with a statement that says they have no idea why the company's going up so much. And then typically it starts correcting itself fairly quickly from there on forward. But right now, no one knows really what's going on. To me, I'm pretty sure this is just a giant squeeze, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a valid point, Jonathan. Sometimes you do see some really good sympathy follow-ups. GRNQ trying here, but I'm not super optimistic on that ticker at the moment. Zinlu's wondering if you should still pick up ACY. I personally wouldn't in these areas. I mean, everyone has a different risk tolerance. Everyone has a different strategy. So whatever you feel like is comfortable. I personally was done trading this one on the break of 10. So you can see I'm way too conservative. But at the same time, who knows how much more it's going to keep going. So I'll be watching here with you guys for at least a little bit longer. And we'll see. It's going to open up at 53.39, or at least it should. So we'll see what happens. Let's quickly see another price point on this one. So far, it's really went to each one and then a little bit beyond. Next major area on this one, I'd probably argue is, we kind of are really close to 22, but I'm going to go highlight 22 already because we had some highs there, some tops in this area. So it looks like 22.20 roughly is a good place to acknowledge. We have roughly 25. Even like 24.50 seems to be a bit more significant than 25, but 25 is one of those critical quarter zones, so always a big area. And then we have the all-time high on ACY. It looks like at 26.67, so we're going to mark that as well. 26. Actually, let's go here. 26.67. Boom, perfect. Okay. So we got some new price targets marked out. Let's see what happens in this open in about a minute. God only knows. This is going to be intense. Constantine says, my guess, ACY will pass $25 for a moment, then go back down where it belongs. Where it belongs. Yeah, most likely. And that's the intense part, because when it does go down, it goes typically down in, one nice big red candle, then gets halted, sometimes opens lower, but we'll see. It really depends. Maybe if there's pending news or whatnot. Beckham says a whole lot of manipulation. It's probably be a good time to make another coffee. I got a little leftover right here. All right, guys. What do we got? 20 seconds into the minute. All right, coming close to 9 seconds here before it opens up. Time to throw on the bets, guys. Michael's buying 1 share. It's always good fun. New high, 23, 25. That was a key zone. All-time high at 26.67. Can we reach that area? There's no way I'd be buying in these zones. Absolute madness. Who's doing this? Woo! What an open there. Oh, my Lord. 22% on that open. Big congrats to anyone that was long that and took that profit. Halted again on the way up. This is going to open up now at 58.59. 10.58.59. This makes the rest of the chart look super hectic when we were actually trading this one. It's just like, what are these tiny areas down here? Right now, it's 25. This is good. I love seeing this. Even though I'm not riding this ticker, ACY, makes me really happy because I know tomorrow people are going to be a little bit more optimistic going into the day. Pre-market today was rough. The market open today was even rougher, and then the rest of the day, pretty much leading until like 10:30 until this nice move to the upside was just a joke. So I like ACY right now. I think it's giving a lot of people a lot of optimism. Hopefully tomorrow morning pre-market we're going to see a lot more action. Don't forget, guys, we do usually start pre-market around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, almost guaranteed. I don't know when the last time was we missed that. So just keep that in mind. We're not streaming till 9, but the chat room on YouTube is open starting at 7 a.m. We're usually, a few dozen people running around. Yeah, right? Always starts off with at least like 14. So we're always throwing out some ideas. Yeah, ATIF is actually a bit of a sympathy play. The thing about ATIF, this was a really weird catalyst. Let's quickly go here and talk about that for a second. ATIF. This is a Chinese capital market company, 11 million float. They had news that came out that said following ACY news, but I wasn't totally sure. So this company looks to be like it is holding some of ACY. So they're up because of ACY. They have a 6.56 stake. There it is. Let's go ahead and mark that. And this watch list is in that first pinned comment below. They have a 6.65, I think I said, percent stake in the company. Okay, in ACY. So yeah, right now that's why this company is running. So let's go back here, refresh this. They have a 6.65 stake in the company. So that's why ATF is running. Thanks for that reminder. ATIF is really picking up right now. So after 26.67, that's going to be an all-time high for this ticker. It's going to open up really soon, pretty much a minute and 10 seconds, HYLN. Let me quickly look at that ticker. I wasn't looking at it today. Am I going to add to Hillian? No, probably not. I don't think I will add to this one. We're pretty much back to break even on Hillian, I believe. Don't want to be checking that though right now, just because ATIF just hit that high of 122. Solid ripper there. Really, really solid. Nice pullback to 1 and then move to 122. That's a solid return. Yeah, Michael, I think you're definitely right on that. All right, guys, opening up here in just about 10 seconds. AAC, let's see what happens. ATIF making new highs. Boom! Broke that all-time high at 26.67. Instantly hit, broke 30. Now 31.20. Wow, that was quite impressive. If I was this company, I'd probably think about doing an offering right about now. Wow. Huge, huge. Well, ATIF is probably the one to consider trading right now because this one at 1.126, 127, yeah, this one's crawling up really nicely. Totally makes sense. Zero blue. Let's remove some of these other tickers so we're a bit more focused on the ones that are really moving. So we'll highlight ATIF. We'll keep GRNQ highlighted. OCGM will remove. GRNQ will keep. So just these three back on the watch. ATIF breaking that 134 zone. Really solid move here on ATIF. Let's keep a close eye on ACY. Should be opening up at 11.4. 28, 11.428. Whoa, 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 Monster. That sounds pretty wild, man. Big congrats. You're giving Ross Cameron a run for the money. ATIF to me is a little bit more interesting to trade at the moment if I wanted to. This thing did pull back 30% from the highs, up 83% now. Big first run. Approaching some huge resistance. Might run to 1.5 though. Has that potential. Let me just quickly go here back to ACY. Fill up my tea and I'll be right back, and also throw up a disclaimer. All right, so ATIF is pulling back slightly back to the 9 EMA. We got another pretty much minute before ACY opens up, and then ATIF is what I'm watching on my second screen. I don't think it would have went that fast, broccoli farts. But you never know. ATIF. I'm actually curious watching ATIF. I think that one's going to be really fun to watch out of the open. For anyone that's new here and you're wondering why ATIF is fun to watch right now, ATIF Holdings is a Hong Kong company with actually it's the Chinese company, capital markets company, 11 million float with a 6.65% stake in ACY. So it's kind of interesting to watch this correlation right now. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to open it right now. 32, 30. These are all-time highs on ACY. 35, 37, 30. Oh, man. It's going to get halted again. Absolutely insane, guys. This is absolutely insane. If I was this company, I would probably think about doing an offering in these areas, but I'll be filing the paperwork real quick. Boom. See, that move right there. So it looks like ACY might be halted here. So that move right there shot ATIF up. You can see ATIF probably worth trading here. I think this one has room to run to at least 1.5. We were saying before 38, so halted. It's going to open up at 10.09. This was a huge move on ATIF. Also on the daily, 1.4 is big resistance. Oh yeah, there's definitely somebody who's learning about a margin call today. And VIS being called out. I feel like I really want to be focused on these big movers though right now. NVIS is a bit of a slow mover, but overall, I mean, there's potential here, crawling to the upside, big resistance around 8. It's just not nearly as interesting, I feel like, as some of these other tickers right now. Nice little pullback here. 3%. 3.4. 3.8. Boom, just continues there. Hopefully somebody got that nice pullback. Congrats. Michael, are you long NVIS? It's a nice 10% move so far. Bit of a slower mover overall, though. 1.4. Can we break it? It's struggling here. None of these tickers on the 5-minute, usually where I'm trading, are anything that I usually would like. So my paws are tied. I'm just kind of watching here at this point. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the content. I really do appreciate that. We'll be going here a little bit longer. I really want to be watching ACY with you guys. I want to see how far this is going to go. So right now, our last all-time high was at 26.67. That was the all-time high on ACY. So we're in uncharted territory right now. This ticker does look like it has quite a bit of dilution going on. So a move like this is really, really impressive. All right, well, boys, there we go. Wolf Shadow, I mean, it's not guaranteed, but at the moment with these kind of price fluctuations, most likely. And I think when ACY does pull back, ATIF is going to have a hard time continuing. But it looks like ATIF, if we want to do a little bit of technical analysis, it looks like ATIF is already having a bit of a hard time. Last big volume was a red volume candle. So this could be a little bit of a foreshadow here with ACY. Maybe ACY is going to be coming into some difficulties pretty soon here. I mean, this is a ridiculous move so far. So we'll see. ATIF just broke that 9 EMA. Remember, 1109.49. We got to keep that in remember. That's when it's going to open up. ATIF selling off here. I wonder if this is going to be a prediction of what's going to happen with ACY. For Wild Boys, I hope not. That's interesting, broccoli. All right, so let's go back to ACY. This is going to be a really interesting open here. We got pretty much another 20 seconds. ATIF still selling off. ACY opening up now. Let's see. Uh-oh. 10-minute hold. Boom. Okay, this looks like a 10-minute hold. Looks like they came out with a news statement. So the company, this is what we were talking about like 30 minutes ago. The company said they don't know why it's going higher. There's no news to justify the price action. This is dangerous. So it looks like ATIF is already doing the price correction. ACY most likely will be, I don't know, it might try to push through 40 for anyone that's not paying attention to the news, but most likely it'll be going down. So if I was long, I'd probably be trying to close as fast as possible. This will be really interesting. Nothing is really guaranteed though. ACY could just be having a short squeeze continuation. You never know. Like nothing's guaranteed, right? Big reason I was not trading ACY though around $10 is because the risk reward was not manageable. So to me, it's totally overextended. But everyone has a different strategy, right? So it's hard to say when ACY is going to open up again. Let's right now it's 11:11. Let's actually go here to the halts and see if they posted some more information about this one. So the last halt, ACY 10:59. Yeah, that was the 5-minute halt, but there's not the new one popping up here for some reason. Hold on, let me refresh this one more time. For some reason, the new one's not popping up. Okay, well, hard to say. I'm gonna give it. Let's give it another 4 minutes here, yeah, no, not even like 3 minutes, and then it should open up. If it doesn't open up, then it could be an hour-long hold. You never know. ATIF still selling off. This is a pretty serious little dip here. 20% just about. Approaching the 9 EMA, should be finding some big support. After an 80% run up, about a 20% dip. It's an interesting way to look at it, Steven. It's about a 600% run up. Yeah, A 20% dip would only be like into the 30s. This is going to be a heck of a move. Look how far we're above VWAP in the second deviation of VWAP. Standard deviation. That's insane. ATIF with a nice little bounce here. It's not too bad. So good support on that 5-minute 9 EMA. Just check it out here on the chart. This is one of our favorite times to do entries. I'm obviously not trading right now. It's past my trading time. For anyone that's kind of dropping in now, ACY is a USA rental and leasing services company for private aircrafts like jets and whatnot. 1 million float, 4 million market cap originally. You can see it, their website. They originally had no news today, but then I was going through their filings and it looks like they had a 8K filing that they won't be listed from the New York Stock Exchange. So maybe they're really just pumping this one. I'd be so careful here for an offering. Would not be surprised in these areas. This is going to be an interesting how it plays out. ATIF, the reason this one is moving up. So first of all, ACY, I mean, this news, there's really no reason it should be up this much. So most likely it's a short squeeze. With ATIF, it's following ACY because they own 6.65% stake in the company. That's why we're kind of using ATIF just to kind of like predict maybe where ACY might go. But here's a failed breakout. So ATIF had just a confirmation that right now we're on the backside of a move. This is the upside. And then this is the backside, and on the backside you stay below the 9 EMA. Right now we try to get back above the 9 EMA, and it was a fake out. So looking kind of rough there. Maybe it's going to get back above it. Who knows? We'll need that little 5-minute breakout and then possible 1-minute pullback for a good entry. But to me, I won't be trading that one. So let's go back to ACY. Rohan, well, right now our average position size is about $5.2 thousand, just roughly. It really depends. Usually I'm trading between $2 and $7 stocks. So if I'm trading, a $5 stock, we'll be doing like 1,000 share size. Tempo's wondering if you should sell his shares of ACY. I probably would have. Ultimately, it's always up to you, but I would have definitely been doing that. RHE being called out. Oh yeah, big move there on RHE, up 113%. Also halted. Not sure why. No news to justify it either. What a day. ATIF had a 5-minute breakout, guys. Could be trending back to the upside. Big nice move there on ATIF. 5-minute breakout. 1-minute pullback is usually a great entry. This could be a fairly long hold on ACY, so we might be wrapping up the stream at one point, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you just don't know how long the hold's going. We've already went over 17 minutes. Usually we end the stream at 11 for anyone that's new. So yeah, heavy stuff here on this ticker. Jonathan said it here, yikes, longer than a 10-minute hold. That's a bad sign. It is. It's a pretty bad sign. Usually momentum fades drastically at that point. People are walking away. People get bored. Not to mention, people kind of realize that this is totally overextended. God only knows what kind of news might be pending. So I don't know. If I wanted to keep on trading, I'd probably be looking at ATIF just because this one has a lot of attention right now. Nice break here back above. Had that 1 minute pullback. It was a micro pullback, but then 9% move right away. This one might really see that, you know, 1.5 zone. KODK, God. ACY up now 1.3 1,000%. Yeah, Aaron, that's so true. Aaron says ACY has shown zero hesitation to go up in a straight line. Some shorts must have averaged up big. Yeah, must be crazy. ATIF halted. Oh yeah, ATIF halted at 137. I guess ATIF is trying to take the place of ACY. See, people are just impatient. They go right to the next ticker. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Good thing I don't have like a Christmas event or something to go to. Last week was, you know, there's something every day I felt like. So today we can really kind of chill a little bit longer. I don't really want to miss the open on ACY, but most likely it's not going to happen anytime soon. Let's go back here to... Yeah, there's ATIF. I'm not sure why they didn't put ACY in here. It's a bit weird. Thanks, Rohan, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bob, pretty much at this point. There's really no reason for ACY to be up. We've talked about it several times, though, and if you guys are watching this on playback in the future, don't forget, after every one of our live streams, the first thing I do is timestamp it. So give me like 1 to 2 hours. So every day is a little bit different, like up to 2 hours. And then all of the major sections on the live stream are going to be timestamped. So you can quickly go between them. And I'll make sure to timestamp one of them where we talk about ACY and ATIF in much more detail. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. Oh, ATIF. And then let's put ACY on the big screen above. So ATIF, we'll watch this one get unhalted. This is going to get unhalted at 11:23. So in 16 seconds. So we pretty much got 2 minutes here and 2:20. Yeah, I haven't found that yet, Krasniki. Usually NASDAQ will say that, but I have yet to find it. By the way, guys, Friday the markets are closed. After New Year's, the markets are closed, so don't forget. Or not after New Year's, technically. What is that? New Year's Eve is Thursday, so you know, don't be too worried about having that extra cocktail. Because we gonna be sleeping in. I'm excited. $11:22. We got another minute at least. 23. I could fill up my coffee in a minute. Gotta go quick. I had kind of an espresso sitting there. I had yet to ooh, there's some coffee just leaking down this cup. Oh God, Jared, that's funny. That's the one from Radical Living, right? That was a pretty funny session. Welcome to the team, Krasniki. I hope I'm saying your name right. I do apologize if I'm not. ATIF opens up at 140. What was that? Not even, like, just about, yeah, 140, 1.5. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little bit of FOMO here. The fact that I'm ending today red just makes it a little bit worse. Today was a really hot day starting late morning. Everything leading up to that was really not nice. Who's buying ATIF? I feel like everyone right now. All right, who in the chat room is getting along ATIF? Crazy Lane, I'm not totally sure. I don't use the Indian market for reference at the moment, but would be good to look into that. 158. Man, just chipping away. Oh man, I feel like a wolf shadow. 1.6. Just look at that momentum here. This could get halted again. It's up 15%. It should be halted. 163, 164. Look at that. Just constant momentum. 166. It's almost like guaranteed to just keep going, but there's no way I'd be trading this ticker. If ATIF does get well, let's see what happens. Could be a great spot to buy. Right here at 9 EMA, this could be a perfect entry. Just watching. 1.5 new sellers makes sense. People are cutting their lot trades. People are stopping out. Let's see what kind of bottom it puts in. New dip traders are going to be looking for that 1.4 to buy. Still sellers there from at 152. People are cutting their losses. Makes sense. Not just people cutting their losses, but dip traders also taking profits, which makes 151, 152 huge resistance. So if we can break back above that, then we might have a nice continuation for another halt. Boom, there we go. That's a really good sign. Really good sign there, 155. Wow, absolutely impressive how much momentum these tickers have. ACY is still halted. ATIF just try to break past the high of 166. Bit of a fake out, huh? Fake out, shake out. I'm so happy I didn't get stopped out trading today. I almost did, and then made back some profits or made back some of my losses, and then we stopped trading around, what time did we stop trading? At like 11:25 or 11:30? I mean 10:30. Thanks, Michael, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Isaiah, that's how I feel at the current moment. Although, could be leaving a lot of money on the table, but also, leaving a lot of risk on the table as well. But, no risk, no reward, right? This is an unpredictable ticker. I mean, that was such a nasty little bit of a failed break just to come back. I mean, these candles, they're to like 10% candles. So 12, 13% candles. So you know, it's tough getting really aggressive on these tickers when you're buying near the high. ACY is still halted. I usually like tickers that, you know, that open around $100 million volume, or then, you know, by like 10 where, you know, over $300 million volume. Nice, Jonathan. That's super awesome, man. Somehow I slid by last week without a red day, although I started almost every pre-market red. ATIF looks like it might have been a fake out at 169. Oh god, Kresniki, that sounds remember, if you use free services that aren't brokers, like let's say Google or FinViz or whatever, all those websites are 15 minutes delayed because the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, all those exchanges, they give out the information for free 15 minutes delayed, but you don't get that live feed unless you're using a broker or something like TD Ameritrade. TradingView also charges money for live data. Otherwise, it's also 15 minutes delayed, just like Yahoo Finance, Google, and all that stuff. Are they no longer delayed? Let me check that out. They should be. Let's go to ATIF. Oh, what did I just click on? ATIF. $154. Well, actually, these now it looks. There was a time that this all used to be delayed. Let's see, maybe it was updated. That was how it was several years back. So I might be wrong then. Yeah, 11:30. Yeah, wow, huge. That's actually new. That was not always the case. That's actually good to know. Thanks for correcting me. Well, Robinhood's not delayed because it's a broker. They're buying those feeds already, right? So it's a little bit different when you use a broker account because you already had to get approved at that account. Sometimes there's funding requirements, minimum account balances, all that fun stuff. But yeah, good to know. Good to know that they actually changed that. I was actually not aware of that. I haven't used Yahoo Finance to actually look at charts in a really long time. Probably like 3-4 years maybe. Aaron, maybe. I probably would if I was them. Yeah, it was a big sell-off FCEL did. This is one we were talking about earlier, that it might be better to wait for a little bit maybe of a pullback, some safer price action. The fact that it has such light sell volume, though, is a really good sign. But again, it is a little bit overextended, and I'd probably, even if I was super bullish on FCEL, I would wait for maybe a healthy pullback to the 9 EMA, something even closer to 10, maybe 1050 or so. So ACY is still halted. This could be a multi-hour long hold. So and then ATIF is just not a ticker I'm going to be really trading anymore at this point. So yeah, pretty much wraps up the day here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping it up here. And a quick little follow-up, if you guys are totally new to trading and you want to learn more about what we do here every single day, don't forget to go to that first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. You can check out everything that we do here. You can also check out my trade journal profile where you can get my watch list. You can see my latest trades and all that fun stuff. Discord group, guys, for more direct chatting and chatting when the stream is not live. Our two sponsors, we got Webull giving away 4 free stocks, and we also have Yoda Savings Bank, guys, with 100 free lottery tickets when you sign up. We got the Foundation video series to get you totally caught up to speed as well. So all that good stuff, that should help you guys out if you're totally new here. Let's see, what about NIO? All those fun tickers. Yeah, we didn't really talk about swing trades too much today. We did talk about it a little bit pre-market. Maybe tomorrow we'll spend some more time on that. Right now, with ATIF and ACY, I was a little bit more focused on those 2 tickers. Not to mention, nothing really has changed with my swing trading portfolio. So you could just check out any other live stream in the last 3-4 days where we, kind of review them extensively. Scott Stout is wondering if I have these gloves for sale. It's actually really funny. I don't. Maybe we'll add them to the Trade Journal store at one point, where I really need to put some stuff in anyway. Solar, yeah, China tankers, better be careful. Steven, a lot of those websites don't update their information too quickly. So even FinViz, the float doesn't get updated. Well, floats never really get updated that much. So, I mean, they oftentimes are, 2-3 weeks behind. Short ratio is very, very delayed data. That's also several weeks behind. I think the market cap is like every day they refresh it. So a lot of that information that you guys see on those websites is very delayed. Just keep that in mind. Nice little resumption there on ATIF. I like this little pushback to the upside, but still not a ticker for me. Well, anyway, I'm done trading, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Well, all right, tomorrow morning, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens with ACY. If you guys do happen to see ACY when it opens up, I would love to hear your, what you're doing around ACY. Just, drop a comment below or add it to the Discord group at the time, because that's going to be good fun to watch for sure. And just, discuss. Whew, all right, so I hope tomorrow's going to be a little bit better day for me. Started the day a little bit sloppy here, but at least we didn't stop ourselves out for the day, because dang, that was close. Welcome to all the new people here. John's asking if I'm using a Windows or Mac. I'm using a Windows, and actually, if you guys come to the, where does this button go? If you come to the, I'm going to mute this. So we're currently live, but if you come actually to the what's this called, the video description, you can see everything that I have kind of set up in my office here. Where is that? Under FAQs, it should be. Here we go. My equipment and reading recs. Not requirements, recommendations. That's what it was. You can see my office. There's a few things I need to clean up in here. I did get rid of this one. I don't use that one, and I don't use this one, and I don't use this keyboard. But everything else is pretty much in use. Also, I like this stand quite a bit. What's another stand I really like? Where is it? Oh, they got rid of it. Oh, well. What was the last thing I wanted to say? Oh yeah, this is the computer that I am using right here. Oh, it got a little bit cheaper. It got like $200 cheaper from when I bought it. So that's good if anyone's looking to buy this computer. This is the computer I'm using. Look at this beast, 64 gigabytes RAM, which is probably an overkill. Not to mention, my laptop gets so hot, you could literally hurt yourself on this thing, I think. I don't know. So a little bit of a shout out there. I just want to, or not a shout out, just a little bit of a refresher if anyone's looking for, what do I use. Okay, that's pretty much it. Michael's wondering if I'm green or red. Today I am red. Luckily I didn't stop out. $500 is my max stop. 530 right now on this month based on my average trading size. So I'm down today. So I made back some of my losses. So I'm actually pretty happy about today somehow. Yeah, it's weird. Our swing trade portfolio is down about $400 today. Normal consolidation, nothing really too surprising here. This account fluctuates. It's like $18,000 portfolio size, so up and down, that's how it goes. So yeah, a little bit of a red day for us, not really the worst. Last week somehow we didn't have any red days, even though it was a very hectic trading for me today. It just started bad and then ended bad, and then with ACY I just didn't really feel like getting aggressive on it, and then that was the big winner, so it is what it is. When does ACY resume trading? Honestly, at the moment, I'm not sure. There's no news about ACY in terms of when it's going to be resuming trading, so it's a bit weird. Usually it would say, but clearly there's going to be some big news pending or something going on, so it could take quite some time. Rohan's saying invest in Bitcoin. We definitely are. No worries about that. RHE was another ticker getting halted. It looks like it's on a nice little, upwards trend here, up 200+%. So if A and ATIF, what if it does? That'd be crazy. This is, impressive little move here. I can't really deny that. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Drop that like button. Drop a like on the way out. I was like, something just sounded really weird. Drop a like on the way out, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's the easiest way to support the channel. Thanks for the donations today, guys, as well. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm ready to freaking take a break. I need to close my eyes and massage them, put some cucumbers on these puppies. It's getting a little crazy. Oh, Jar, that's huge. That's actually huge news. Prosty pros, guys. Ciao, cacao. Cucumbers. Cucumbers, Jared. I don't know if that's something you do, but I feel like I've seen it in a movie before. Life. That's funny you remember that. It's really funny, actually.